WHOW.
Peterson Insurance Services in Clinton is a 2014 Pekin Insurance Illinois Agency of the Year. Jay Peterson here from Peterson Insurance. Find out about Pekin's auto, home, or life insurance by clicking on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
News time, 8 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Wednesday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded 8 o'clock newscast. We stream to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Firefighters are mandated to do training, but one local department is going above and beyond. On the WHOW First Responders Road Tour Tuesday, Clinton Fire Training Officer Dave Dallas told Regional Radio the training process for their firefighters has gotten better and more in-depth to prepare them for any possible scenario.
Well, it used to be a long time ago, you'd join and they'd show you how to wear an air pack, put on your gear, operate the hose, and you go in and put a fire out. And it's so much more than that today. We put people through basic firefighter training. We just got through with the class not long ago. It took us almost a year just to do basic firefighter training. So new guys that they get on, we try to teach them everything that we can teach them. And there's so much more nowadays. It's not just fires. We train them on the fire stuff. We train them on EMS. There's specialized rescue. There's hazardous materials. And I could go on the number of things that we'd have to train them on. Like I say, it used to be not so much training, but now if I were to add up everything that we need to train on, we're looking well over 1,000 hours of training that we would need just to handle calls that we might get called to.
While much of the training is mandated by government agencies, Dallas indicates they decided to go the extra mile and provide trainings that give expertise in a wide range of calls they receive.
Obviously, IDOL or OSHA that we have to do. A lot of stuff is just, we have to train these guys on what they might be able to, or what they might have to handle. We just can't send them out and, say, here you go. You've got to train them on the things that they might get called to. So it's, some is mandated, some is just, you need to do it just to keep the guys safe. In Illinois, it's not mandatory as far as certifications, but if we can teach them to those standards, they have a better chance of being safe on scene. Well, there's always, we kind of joke around at the station, if anybody needs help, who do they call? They always call the fire department. Whether it be they have a small fire or an accident, somebody gets, stuck in a piece of machinery. We've even got calls for cats and trees. People joke about it, but we have had those calls. So, it's, you never know what you're going to get called to. And that's kind of what makes this job so great is, it's not boring. Every shift is different. Every call is pretty much different. So it keeps you on your toes, just, not knowing what you're going to be going to next.
The chief says, Dallas says firefighters are going through constant training from basic skills to stay sharp to more specialized scenarios that could come across in town or in more rural parts of the county.
A lot of it is just kind of touching on the basic stuff that we would teach them in a basic firefighting class just to keep them refreshed on their skills. We might throw in some additional stuff if we get new pieces of equipment. We'll train them on that. Or we may just throw in something special. If we've had something new coming into the community, we might want to train on that and do that on a Wednesday night. A lot of the specialized stuff we do on weekends if we can. Some of the specialized stuff, like we've got a hazardous materials operations class coming up on weekends. Later on in the year, hopefully we'll get some vehicle extrication training. We'd like to do some of the specialized rescue stuff. Hopefully like what we call man versus machine class, where if somebody gets trapped in a piece of machinery, we can get them out of that. And then we also train on different aspects, or like I may train, an officer class, kind of show them some of the things that they need to be doing. A good thing coming up, looking into solar energy. So we may have to train on that, maybe some electric vehicle training. We've done that before. And hopefully before long, our training facility will be a little bit more progressed and finished. And when we're done with that, we can train on just about everything we need to to train on as far as what we might get called on, provided we can get out there and work on it, weather gets nice, and start getting it finished up.
The fire department is constructing a new training facility that will greatly enhance the scenarios they can run through. Dallas says this is another way they can make sure the fire department is prepared for anything that comes their way.
We started probably in around 2010, I want to say. We had a couple of the land sea containers out behind the yard waste facility. It's evolved into what we have now, which is on the east side of the yard waste facility. We can do any kind of structural firefighter training, some rescue training. When we get done, hopefully we'll be able to do some specialized rescue training as far as rope training, confined space, trench rescue. We have a grain bin out there. We can do grain bin training, which is in this area. With a lot of the farmers, there's a lot of people each year that get trapped in grain bins. So hopefully get that finished up to where we can get a class on that too.
Dallas feels the decades of experience in the fire department for him, alongside all the classes he's taken, make him a good fit to train firefighters of tomorrow. Like many organizations and businesses, the Clinton Fire Department struggles to find new recruits. On the WHOW First Responders Road Tour Tuesday, Clinton Fire Chief Stephen Page told Regional Radio that about 70% of the nation's firefighters are volunteers. This can be useful because it means many firefighters have different skills to apply to a given situation.
About 70% of firefighters across America are volunteer status, whether they're true volunteer, paid on call, or a variation of that. So pretty much no matter what community you live in, odds are they're going to have a volunteer department.
Relying on volunteers, though, has its drawbacks.
But it does make it hard to find people to have the extra time to give up. A lot of the recruitment is by word of mouth. The guys that are here, most of them all enjoy it, so they're out talking to their friends or coworkers or maybe neighbors, other community members, and that's how we get a lot of the applications, just people wanting to make a difference and give back. We have about 28 paid on call. Pretty much we're always looking for people. We've got people that if they want to join and only do the fire side, we can do that. If they only want to do the EMS side, we can do that. If you have nurses or other medical professionals that just want to help out on the medical side, we can get them the training to be first responder and have them help out that way.
If you're interested in volunteering for the Clinton Fire Department, visit clintonfire.org or stop by the station at 118 West Washington Street in Clinton. Time now for a look at this morning's obituaries. 71-year-old Kathy S. Morrow Downs of Clinton passed away February 18th at OSF St. Francis Medical Center in Peoria. No services are planned at this time for 71-year-old Kathy S. Morrow Downs. The family has entrusted Calvert Funeral Home of Clinton with cremation rights. Memorials can be directed to the DeWitt County Animal Shelter. 82-year-old Thomas L. Spencer of Clinton passed away February 20th. Services for 82-year-old Thomas L. Spencer are today at Calvert Funeral Home in Clinton, with Pastor Darrell Hauer officiating at 11 a.m. Burial will follow at Oak Park Cemetery in Clinton with military honors. In lieu of flowers, memorials can be directed to the Tom Spencer Memorial Fund in care of Karen Woolridge. We stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. Local sports comes your way next. This is Seth Lawrence, News and Program Director for WHOW and WEZC. We take pride in being Clinton and Central Illinois' local radio stations each and every day, 7 days a week. What does local news mean? Here's a sample.
It's going to be great building those relationships, humanizing that badge. So building those relationships, great thing. DARE works at a great level.
CEO is for the undecided student. CEO is for the student who's interested in business.
They're going to exclude the raceway from that noise ordinance. So they understand that there's public concern about, these loud cars at midnight.
That building could very easily have sat empty for 10 years.
You hear the local people that make the news every day, 7 days a week on the big 1520 AM, 92.3 FM, and 106.5 FM WHOW, and on your easy choice for soft hits, 95.9 FM WEZC.
Netflix buffering, YouTube spinning, devices not connecting, Zoom calls dropping. Ugh, it's frustrating when you struggle to stay connected. You shouldn't have to worry about your internet in Clinton. It should just work. Well, let's end your frustration. Get internet at the speed of light from Connexus. With incredible residential speeds up to 5 gig, Connexus offers reliable, unlimited internet in Clinton at unbeatable prices with no contracts and no installation fees. Fall in love with your internet again with Connexus. Visit conxus.com. Fiber not available everywhere. Terms and conditions apply.
94.96.
With SRN Sports, I'm George Williams. In NHL action last night, a game between Calgary and Washington, it was the Flames winning 3-1, but the Capitals' lone goal was scored by their captain, Alex Ovechkin, and another milestone for him in his storied 20-year NHL career. He reached 30 goals in the season for the 19th time. That adds to a league record he set a year ago. And when that happened, the crowd reacted to cheers of Ovi, Ovi. And each goal he scores brings him closer to the record set by Wayne Gretzky. Elsewhere in overtime, Maple Leafs over the Bruins 5-4. Sabres beat the Ducks 3-2. Canadiens shut the Hurricanes out. It was the Flyers over the Penguins by a 6-1 margin. Blue Jackets beat the Stars 6-4. It was the Lightning down in the Oilers 4-1. Rangers beat the Islanders. Blues over the Kraken. Panthers beat the Predators. Red Wings over the Wild. And Utah beat the Blackhawks. This is SRN Sports. And in NBA play, it was the Warriors downing the Hornets 128-92. Lakers beat the Mavericks 107-99. It went into overtime, a high-scoring game. Grizzlies over the Suns 151-148. Also by 3 points, the Rockets better than the Bucks 197. Celtics down the Raptors. It was the Cavaliers routing the Magic. Here's the score, 122-82. It was the Pelicans over the Spurs 109-103. In the NCAA Top 25 play, two big upsets. Georgia down third-ranked Florida 88-83. And Oklahoma State defeated Iowa State 74-68. Now you had second-ranked Duke defeating Miami, fifth-ranked Tennessee over LSU. Sixth-ranked Alabama beat 24th-ranked Mississippi State. Number 14 Missouri over South Carolina. Number 19 Louisville beat Virginia Tech, and number 21 Marquette beat Providence. And the Eagles are pushing back. That would be the appropriate word against a Green Bay Packer complaint that the tush play is not good for the NFL. The argument will go on. This is SRN Sports.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. High school basketball postseason in full swing last night in Class 1A girls sectional semifinal action. From the Arcola sectional, it was Decatur St. Teresa over Salt Fork 38-32, and Effingham St. Anthony toppled Arcola 45-34. From the Midland sectional, it was Roanoke Benson over GCMS 50-29. Class 2A girls basketball sectional semifinal action from Tuesday. From the DMAC sectional, it was the hosts over Monmouth Roseville 41-38, and Peoria Notre Dame rolled Bloomington Central Catholic 65-28. From the Paris sectional, it was Mount Carmel over Sullivan 39-37. Class 3A girls basketball sectional semifinal action from Tuesday. From the Chatham-Glenwood sectional, Mahomet Seymour downed Rochester 54-32, and Quincy Notre Dame outlasted Decatur MacArthur 62-53. From the Ottawa sectional, Washington got by Galesburg 55-47, and Morton downed Ottawa 59-46. Class 4A girls sectional semifinal action from Tuesday. From the in Normal West, part of the Alton sectional, it was Pekin over Normal Community 47-39. Class 1A boys basketball regional semifinal action for tonight. From the Bushnell Prairie City sectional, Delavan battles Rushville Industry at 7:30. Tonight from the Chrisman regional, Tuscola takes on Martinsville at 7:30. From the Danville-Schlarman regional, Fisher takes on Georgetown La Salette at 7:30. Tonight from the Leroy regional, it's Leroy taking on Streeter Woodland at 6, followed by Hayworth and St. Anne at 7:30. Tonight from the Illini Central Regional, the hosts take on Midwest Central at 7:30. From the Milford Regional, Lexington battles Cisna Park at 6, followed by GCMS and Kankakee Grace Christian Academy at 7:30. Tonight from Central A&M, Arcola takes on, or rather tonight from Central A&M, Arcola takes on Bethany Okaw Valley at 7:30. From the Mount Pulaski Regional, Catlin Salt Fork battles Decatur Unity Christian at 6, followed by Mount Pulaski and Argenta Orienta at 7:30. Class 2A Boys Basketball Regional Semifinal action tonight. From El Paso Gridley, EPG takes on BCC at 6, and Tri-Valley battles Normal U-High at 7:30. Tonight from the Hoopston Regional, PBL takes on Hoopston at 7:30. Tonight from the Meridian Regional, St. Joe Ogden takes on Maroa Forsyth at 6, followed by Warrensburg, Latham, and Shelbyville at 7:30. Tonight in Tremont, Clinton takes on Peoria Manual at 5:30. Hear the action right here on WHOW and all our digital platforms. 7 o'clock, Tremont takes on Peoria Notre Dame in Tremont. From the Westville Regional tonight, Tolono Unity takes on Fithy and Oakwood at 6 o'clock, followed by Monticello and Westville at 7:30. Hear the action on 95.9 FM, WEZC, and at DeWittDailyNews.com. Class 3A Boys Basketball Regional Semifinal action tonight. From Champaign Centennial, Decatur MacArthur takes on Urbana at 6, and Champaign Central takes on Champaign Centennial at 7:30. Tonight from the Dunlap Regional, Morton takes on Galesburg at 6, followed by Metamora and Dunlap at 7:30. Tonight from the East Peoria Regional, Peoria takes on Limestone at 6, followed by the hosts in Peoria Richwoods at 7:30. Tonight from the Mount Zion Regional, Mount Zion takes on Danville at 6, followed by Decatur Eisenhower and Mahomet Seymour at 7:30. Tonight from the Springfield Lanphier Regional, Lanphier takes on Springfield, Sacred Heart Griffin at 6, followed by Chatham Glenwood and Springfield High at 7:30. Tonight from Springfield Southeast, Lincoln takes on Southeast at 6, followed by Rochester and Taylorville at 7:30. Class 4A Boys Basketball Regional Semifinal action tonight. From the Normal West Regional, Normal Community battles its crosstown rival Normal West at 6 o'clock. Tomislav Ivicic scored 15 of his 22 points in the first half, and Illinois recovered from its beatdown at the hands of Duke by downing Iowa 81-61 Tuesday night. Kylan Boswell and Will Riley scored 15 points apiece. Trey White had 14 for Illinois, who goes to 18-11 overall and 10-8 in the Big Ten. They shot 51% from the floor. Illinois ended a 3-game losing streak, which happened against teams that were all ranked number 11, and number 3. The average margin of defeat, though, was 26 points, including a lopsided 110-67 loss to Duke at Madison Square Garden in New York. Brock Harding scored 16 points. Josh Dix had 11 for the 15-13 Hawkeyes, who are now 6-11 in the Big Ten. The Illini built a 19-6 lead and went to intermission up 37-30 in a first half, which they never trailed. They started the second half in near identical fashion as the first, outscoring the Hawkeyes 19-8 in the first 5.5 minutes and led 56-38. Illinois takes to the road to take on 15th-ranked Michigan on Sunday. Kennard Davis had 24 points in Southern Illinois' 88-79 victory over Illinois State on Tuesday night. Davis had 5 assists for the 13-17 Salukis, who are 8-11 in the Missouri Valley. Ali Abdu-Diba had 22 points and 6 boards. Drew Steffi had 18 points. Dalton Banks led the 17-13 Redbirds with 18 points and 3 steals. The Redbirds are 9-10 in the Valley. Illinois State got 13 and 6 boards from Johnny Kinzinger, and Malachi Poindexter scored 12 points. Southern Illinois took the lead with 15:02 remaining in the first half and did not relinquish it. Jarrett Hensley led the team in scoring with 14 in the first half to help them up 43-35 at the break. Kennard Davis Jr.'s 18-point second half helped Southern Illinois close the 9-point victory. Illinois State plays at Evansville at home on Sunday. Illinois opened the 2025 baseball home slate with a 19-8 victory over Aurora at Illinois Field. Jack Zebig provided some loud offense in the ball game. He went 2 for 4 with a run, double, grand slam, and 6 RBIs. Greg LaChance and Kyle Shupman also homered in the contest. The Illini used 9 pitchers in the game. Braden Mezzacano got the ball first, making his first career start, and Reed Gannon picked up his first career win in relief by tossing a scoreless inning in the 5th. Illinois went up 5-1 in the 3rd on LaChance's 2-run homer, capping a 3-run frame. After Aurora cut the deficit to 5-4, Zebig's grand slam in the bottom half of the inning put the game out of reach as his second home run of the season made it 12-7. Illinois added 2 more in the 7th, and Shupman's 3-run blast in the 8th capped off a 5-run inning as the Illini ultimately went on to win 19-8. LaChance finished 3 for 3 with 2 runs, a homer, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Shupman was 2 for 3 with 4 runs scored, a double, home run, 3 RBIs, and 3 walks. Nick Groves went 2 for 5 with 2 runs, a double, 3 RBIs, and a walk, while Cameron Chialoy stole 5 bases, setting a new program record. Illinois heads to the Las Vegas Baseball Classic starting Friday with a matchup against Texas Tech. The round-robin tournament also features matchups against Washington and nationally ranked Texas. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Hear Clinton Maroon live play-by-play this season on WHOW, the Big 1520 daytime, 92.3 FM in DeWitt County and 106.5 in Bloomington Normal all the time. Plus, streamed at DeWittDailyNews.com on the WHOW mobile app and Amazon Alexa. Plus, hear a best of Clinton sports broadcast Saturday mornings at 10. All brought to you by Keith Wade, your country financial representative, Studio 505, and our exclusive sponsor for our player of the game, Serve Pro of Piatt DeWitt Counties, the leader in fire, water, and mold restoration. Serve Pro of Piatt DeWitt Counties for fire and water restoration, reconstruction, and now duct cleaning to keep your air healthy. Find out how they can help you by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Netflix buffering, YouTube spinning, devices not connecting, Zoom calls dropping. Ugh, it's frustrating.